Emma Carter, 29, stood at her kitchen sink when the doorbell rang. She dried her hands and opened the door to find her older sister, Lisa, holding a thick color-coded binder. "We need to go over your new babysitting schedule," Lisa said, walking in without being invited. Emma blinked. "Excuse me." Lisa dropped the binder on the kitchen table and flipped it open like she was presenting a business plan. "Tuesday and Wednesday nights you'll take the baby overnight. Fridays through Sundays you've got mornings. Christmas Day you're on all day." Emma let out a shocked laugh, but Lisa didn't crack a smile. "Lisa, I never agreed to this," Emma said. Lisa waved her off. "Come on. You're the aunt. It's family. Where are you watching from today? Kindly hit like, comment and subscribe to this channel for more." The next morning, Emma woke up to her phone blowing up with notifications. Lisa had posted a photo of the binder with a long caption on Facebook. "So blessed to have my sister Emma stepping up to help raise my child. Couldn't do this without her." She tagged Emma in the post. Hundreds of likes. Dozens of comments from relatives calling Emma the best aunt ever. Emma stared at her phone in disbelief. She called Lisa immediately. "Why would you post that? I never agreed to anything." Lisa answered casually, "Mom already knows. She said family helps family." That evening their mother called. "Emma, don't be difficult. Lisa needs you. This is what family does." After baby Noah was born, things got worse. Lisa didn't ask for help, she demanded it. Emma was in the middle of giving a presentation at work when someone knocked on the conference room door. A receptionist mouthed, "Emergency." Emma rushed out, only to find Lisa waiting in the lobby with Noah in his carrier. "Perfect timing," Lisa said, adjusting her sunglasses. "I have a nail appointment in 20 minutes. "What?" Emma said, stunned. Lisa handed her the baby and walked out. "You're welcome," she said over her shoulder. Emma stood there, holding the baby in her heels and blazer, heart racing, humiliated in front of her coworkers. But the worst moment came at her best friend's wedding. Emma was the maid of honor, standing with the bride moments before walking down the aisle when she heard a baby crying outside. She turned and saw Lisa pushing a stroller into the venue. "What are you doing here?" Emma asked. Lisa handed her a note and turned to leave. "Handle this. I have a date," she said, disappearing into a waiting car. The note simply read, "Thanks." Emma stared down at Noah, who was screaming in his stroller. Then she saw it, faint finger-shaped bruises on his little arms. She missed the entire ceremony, locked in the bathroom, trying to calm a crying baby while her best friend said her vows. From then on things spiraled. Emma would come home from work and find her mother on her couch with baby Noah. "Oh good, you're home," her mom would say, picking up her purse. "I have to run. You'll be fine." Then she'd leave without asking if Emma was free or even saying thank you. Noah would be hungry, in dirty clothes, and always flinch when someone moved too fast. It broke Emma's heart. One night, Emma sat down with a cup of tea and whispered to herself, "This isn't helping him. This is enabling them." She hadn't seen her fiancé in months. He was living in Germany, waiting for her visit. Emma had finally saved up enough to go. But when she told the family she was flying out, Lisa smirked. "You'll have to cancel. I booked a vacation that week. You're on duty." Emma looked around the dinner table at her family and realized no one had her back. Emma stared at them, heart pounding. "No. I'm not watching the baby," she said firmly. "I have my own life. I'm going to Germany to see Alex. That's final." Lisa barely reacted. "Fine," she shrugged. "We'll find someone else." Their mom nodded slowly. "You'll come around," she said, waving it off like Emma was throwing a tantrum. But Emma knew something wasn't right. That night she packed quietly, double-checked her documents and set her alarm for 4:30 a.m. Her flight left at 9. She never expected what would happen next. The loud scream outside her door jolted her awake. Emma jumped out of bed, heart racing. She tiptoed to the door in her pajamas and peeked through the mail slot. There, in the freezing January cold, was Noah, alone in just a t-shirt and diaper. He was crying so hard his little face was red. Emma swung the door open and scooped him into her arms. He was ice cold. A note was taped to his chest. "Thanks for watching him." Emma's hands shook as she wrapped him in a blanket. "It's okay, sweetie. You're safe now," she whispered, dialing her fiancé Alex with her free hand. "They left the baby on my doorstep," she said, tears in her voice. Alex didn't hesitate. I'm booking the next flight. Stay with him. I'll be there soon. Minutes later he texted her the flight confirmation. Emma wasted no time. She pulled up the security footage from the camera by her door. It showed Lisa at 4:31 a.m., walking up with the baby, placing him down and walking away without even knocking. Oh my God, Emma whispered. She called Child Protective Services. When the caseworker arrived and saw the bruises, the video and the state of the child, she didn't wait. We're initiating emergency removal, the woman said. This is a clear case of neglect and endangerment. Lisa texted later that morning from the airport. How's Noah? She wrote casually. Emma didn't answer at first but then typed he's fine. Lisa replied with a thumbs up emoji and nothing else. Emma didn't hear from her again for 2 weeks. When Lisa finally returned, she barged into Emma's apartment. Where is he? She demanded. Where's Noah? Emma stood firm. He's with CPS. You left him in the cold. They took him. Lisa's expression shifted from confusion to rage in seconds. You had no right, she screamed. You ruined my life. Their mother showed up 20 minutes later, already yelling. How could you do this to your sister? She shrieked. You betrayed your own family. Her face was flushed, her usually perfect hair a mess. Emma didn't say a word. She walked over to her laptop and played the security footage for both of them. For a moment there was silence. Then their mom started making excuses. Lisa was just overwhelmed. She's a single mother. She needed help. Emma felt sick. Leaving a baby outside in winter isn't stress, it's abuse. While they ranted, Emma sent a quick text to the CPS caseworker. They're here. The reply came instantly, we're on the way. Don't let them leave with anything. Lisa's eyes locked on Noah's diaper bag near the couch. Give me his stuff, she snapped, moving toward it. Emma stepped in front of her. No. You're not taking anything. Lisa shoved her hard. Emma stumbled backward, hitting her head on the coffee table. For a moment her vision blurred with stars. Just as she blinked to regain focus, the front door swung open. It was Alex. He had arrived early. His eyes widened at the scene. What is going on? He shouted, rushing to help Emma up. She pushed me, Emma said, voice shaky. Alex stood between her and the two women like a wall. Get out. Now, he said, his voice low and firm. Or I'll call the police. Their mom tried to speak, hands raised. You don't understand. This is family business. No, Alex snapped. This is abuse. And I am her family now. He pulled out his phone and started dialing. Lisa cursed under her breath and stormed out. Their mom followed, hissing, this isn't over. The next few days were pure chaos. Lisa and their mother called nonstop. When Emma blocked their numbers, they used others. Unknown numbers lit up her phone every 10 minutes. Answer the phone, you coward, one voicemail screamed. Another message had Lisa crying, saying Emma was ruining her life. Emma's Aunt Rachel even called, begging her to fix the family. You're tearing us apart, honey. Please just do the right thing. Uncle Dave left a cold voicemail that ended with, you'll regret this. Emma noticed deep scratches around her apartment's front lock. When she told her landlord Frank, he came to inspect it himself. Looks like someone tried to pick it, he said, shaking his head. I've seen this before. You should install a camera. Emma didn't wait. She got a doorbell camera that same evening. Within days, it recorded Lisa pacing outside her building at 3 a.m., staring up at Emma's window. The sight chilled her. She's watching me, Emma whispered, showing the footage to Alex. Child Protective Services moved quickly. Rebecca, the caseworker, called Emma in for a formal interview. She was a calm, no-nonsense woman in her 40s, with tired eyes but a kind voice. Just tell me everything you've seen, she said, flipping open a yellow notepad. Emma did. She told her about the bruises, the flinching, the dirty diapers, the way Noah never seemed fed or clean. Rebecca took notes silently, nodding occasionally. We'll need to open a full investigation. Based on what you've provided so far, this is serious, she said. Later that day, Lisa texted Emma from a different number. You ruined my life. I had to cancel my gym membership. I hope you're happy. Emma stared at the screen in disbelief. Her sister was more upset about missing Pilates than losing custody. Wow, Emma muttered. Just, wow. Alex, overhearing her, sighed. She doesn't even realize what she did. He pulled her into a hug. You did the right thing. Noah deserves better. Alex extended his stay, setting up a makeshift home office at Emma's kitchen table. While Emma dealt with angry texts and creepy packages, he brewed coffee every morning and organized all the evidence into neat folders on her laptop. They canceled the romantic plans they'd made for his visit. We'll get our time, he said. Right now, let's just make sure Noah's safe. Rebecca called again after 2 weeks. We've got the test results, she said, her voice heavy. Lisa tested positive for cocaine. Emma's hand tightened around her phone. That explains so much, she said quietly. The mood swings, the erratic behavior, the rage. Rebecca agreed. We're placing Noah with a foster family for now. They have experience with neglected children. But this isn't over yet. That evening, Emma came home to find her apartment door slightly open. Her stomach dropped. She pushed it fully open, phone in hand. The living room lights were off, but she could tell something was wrong. Everything looked touched. The couch cushions were flipped upside down. Her family photos were turned around to face the wall. Kitchen drawers were half open. Even the books on her shelf were rearranged, spines inward, like someone wanted the faces and titles hidden. Emma backed out slowly and called the police. Don't touch anything, the officer told her. He arrived 20 minutes later. Without a camera inside, there's no way to prove who did this, he said. But it looks personal. Alex booked a hotel that night. We're not staying here, he said, throwing some clothes into a duffel bag. They checked into a secure hotel downtown, one that required key cards for the elevators. The next morning, Emma got a call from her office security. Your mother is here, the guard said. Says it's a family emergency. Emma sighed. I'll come down. Her heart pounded with every step to the lobby. When she saw her mom, she barely recognized her. Pale, dark circles under her eyes and hair in a messy bun. Please, her mother said, voice cracking. You have to take it all back. You're destroying this family. Emma kept her distance. I'm not changing my statement. Noah is safe now, and that's what matters. Her mother grabbed her arm, nails digging into Emma's skin. You're unaliving your sister, do you even realize that? Security stepped in, gently pulling her mother away as she screamed, Your father would be ashamed of you. You're no daughter of mine. Emma walked back to her desk, trembling. Her co-workers turned away, pretending not to notice the scene. But one left a cup of tea on her desk without a word. Then came the packages. Baby clothes with notes like he misses his aunt, and you did this. One package contained a Christmas onesie Emma had bought for Noah. Another had a recent photo of Noah crying. By the 5th package, HR got involved. They alerted building security and began walking Emma to her car each evening. Marcus, the receptionist who used to work as a bouncer, started screening visitors. If any family shows up, I've got a list, he said, tapping the photo sheet he kept at the front desk. Out of nowhere, Lisa's ex-boyfriend messaged Emma on Facebook. His name was Brian. Hi, I know this is strange, he wrote. But I've been trying to get custody of Noah for months. Lisa always paints me as unstable. I have proof she's not fit. Curious and cautious, Emma agreed to meet in a public coffee shop downtown. Brian looked exhausted, wrinkled shirt, heavy bags under his eyes, but determined. She used during her pregnancy. I have texts, photos, hospital records. I've kept everything. He opened a thick folder filled with evidence. Texts where Lisa joked about using while pregnant. Pictures of Noah's bruises from supervised visits. 3 hospital records with identical fell-off changing table excuses. She's been collecting money, child support, benefits, even her dad's inheritance, Brian explained. But she spends it on herself. Vegas trips, designer clothes. Noah was just another paycheck. His hands trembled. I've never missed a payment. I just want my son safe. Emma gave him Rebecca's number. You need to talk to CPS. That night, Lisa showed up at the hotel. Emma had no idea how she found them. Her pupils were huge and she wasn't making sense. You owe me, she screamed, pounding the door. I changed your diapers. I protected you. Hotel security escorted her out after she kicked the door hard enough to leave a dent. Alex had had enough. This ends now, he said. The next morning they met with a local lawyer named Patricia, sharp, calm, and confident. You have more than enough for restraining orders, she said, flipping through the evidence. The court date came fast. Lisa arrived looking like a different person, hair done, suit pressed, fake calm. Her lawyer claimed Emma was jealous and bitter. Their mother testified that Emma had always been difficult, painting her as unstable. But Emma stayed composed. She played the security footage of Lisa abandoning Noah in the cold. The judge leaned forward, jaw tight. Then Emma showed the texts: harassment, threats, manipulation. She presented photos from the break-in, the baby clothes, the messages from jail. Every detail was logged, timed, and cross-referenced. Alex testified too, his accent thick with emotion. "I saw her shove Emma," he said. "I saw the fear in Emma's eyes. And I saw what Lisa did to that child." Lisa's lawyer tried to downplay it all. "It's a family matter blown out of proportion," he argued. "They need counseling, not court orders." But the judge didn't agree. She granted restraining orders on the spot, 500 feet from Emma's home, work, and anywhere Noah might be. "Any violation," she warned, "will lead to arrest." Outside the courthouse, Lisa exploded. "You'll regret this," she screamed. "Family is forever. You'll need me one day." Her hair came loose as she lunged forward, fists clenched. Court security stepped in fast. Their mom just stared at Emma, eyes cold, before turning and walking away. Emma stood still, holding Alex's hand, her entire body shaking. "It's over," she whispered. But it wasn't, not yet. Soon, cousin Megan posted Emma's childhood photos online with captions like, "This is the girl tearing our family apart." Aunt Cheryl shared articles claiming CPS destroys innocent families, tagging Emma. Flying monkeys came out of the woodwork. Emma saved every screenshot. "Keep documenting," Patricia said. "The more you have, the stronger your case for extended protection." Emma's laptop filled with folders. Messages, photos, harassment evidence. It became her shield. Finally, good news. Rebecca called. "Brian has emergency custody. He's doing great with Noah." She sent a photo. Noah in fresh clothes, smiling for the first time. "He's gaining weight, sleeping better. No more flinching." Emma burst into tears at her desk. "He's safe," she whispered. But peace didn't last. 2 weeks later, while grocery shopping, Emma turned down the cereal aisle, and there was Lisa. She looked thinner, paler, haunted. She followed Emma silently, pretending to shop. Emma's hands shook as she called 911 from the produce section. Lisa disappeared, but the store cameras caught everything. That incident became violation number 1 of Lisa's restraining order. The store's surveillance clearly showed her trailing Emma for nearly 15 minutes. Police added the footage to their case file. But their mother was more cautious. Instead of showing up herself, she used others. Distant relatives, old church friends, even co-workers from years ago. Emma's Aunt Melanie, once neutral, suddenly began calling, saying, "Your mom is broken, Emma. You need to be the bigger person." Emma recorded every call. Patricia said, "This proves a pattern. Harassment by proxy. It will help." Emma's office became her sanctuary. Her boss, Janet, made sure she felt safe. She allowed flexible hours and daily check-ins. Marcus, the front desk receptionist, took his job seriously. He printed photos of Lisa and their mom and taped them under his desk with "Do not let in" labels. He turned away 3 different relatives in 2 weeks. "I used to bounce drunks out of bars," he joked. "Your family's got nothing on Friday nights downtown." Emma was grateful. She finally felt like someone had her back. Alex had to return to Germany, and the goodbye at the airport was gut-wrenching. "We'll be together soon," he whispered, tears in his eyes. "I'm starting the visa process the moment I land." That night, Emma came home to find a note slid under her door. "You can't hide forever." No name, but the handwriting was unmistakable. Lisa's. Her heart dropped. The doorbell camera showed nothing. They were learning the blind spots. She called Rebecca for an update on Noah. "He's doing great," Rebecca said. "He's safe, healthy, and thriving." The final custody hearing was scheduled. Lisa fought hard. New lawyer, new lies. Claimed Brian was abusive, the test results were wrong, CPS was biased. Emma wasn't surprised. She hired a private security team to sweep her apartment. They found 2 hidden audio devices. One in her lamp, one in the smoke detector. "Professional equipment," the tech said. This wasn't cheap. Police added it to her harassment case but couldn't prove who placed them. Emma started sleeping with her bedroom door locked and a bat beside her bed. Then came violation number 2. Emma was leaving work when Lisa jumped out from behind a parked van. She grabbed Emma's arm hard. "You have to fix this," she shrieked. "He needs me." Her eyes were wild, her voice unhinged. Emma screamed for help and Lisa ran. Police arrested her that night. Bodycam footage showed Lisa flushing pills down the toilet. Their mom tried to intervene, driving Lisa to hide, but was also arrested as an accomplice. Mugshots were posted on local blogs. Lisa hollow-eyed and angry. Their mom, still looking disappointed. The backlash was brutal. Fake social media accounts messaged Emma nonstop. Uncle Dave showed up at her job and had to be removed by security. Marcus told him, "Try that again and you're dealing with the police." Patricia filed for extended protection orders and criminal charges. The prosecutor assigned to the case said, "You've done everything right. We'll take it from here." Emma moved apartments secretly at 3 a.m. with a team that specialized in relocating abuse survivors. Only Alex, Janet, and Patricia knew where she was. Her new building had layers of security. James, the doorman, was ex-military and took no nonsense. "You're safe here," he said with confidence. Emma cried her first night in the new place, not from fear but from relief. She and Alex decorated together via video calls, picking paint colors and curtains. Then came Mason's custody hearing. Emma wore her best suit, hair neat, voice strong. "She left him in the cold in a diaper," she said on the stand. "He had bruises, he flinched when touched. That's not parenting." Brian testified with medical records and daycare reports. Mason had gained weight, made friends, started speaking. "He laughs now," Brian said, showing a video of Mason giggling in a sandbox. "He's not afraid anymore." Lisa appeared via video from jail. She blamed everyone. Emma, CPS Brian, claimed conspiracy. Her lawyer barely defended her. When the judge ruled, her voice was clear. Full custody to Brian. Lisa's rights terminated. She'd need to pass rehab and 6 months of clean tests before even requesting supervised visits. Lisa screamed on the video feed. "You'll all pay. I'll get him back. I'll destroy you." The judge calmly ordered the feed cut. Outside, family members shouted at Emma. One threw a water bottle that hit the courtroom door. Later that night, Aunt Linda from Colorado called. "I'm proud of you," she said. "Lisa's been like this since she was a teenager. Your mom always covered for her. You broke the cycle." Emma listened quietly, tears falling as someone finally said what she needed to hear. Alex's visa was approved 2 weeks later. He flew in with 2 suitcases and a huge smile. "I'm home," he said, hugging Emma tightly. They married at the courthouse with Janet and James as witnesses. Simple, beautiful, peaceful. Brian invited them to Mason's birthday party. Seeing Mason smash cake on his face while surrounded by love made Emma cry. "You saved both of us," Brian said. And she believed him. Lisa got out of jail, violated parole, and went back for another 3 months. Emma didn't track her after that. Some family members tried to apologize. Cousin Megan said, "I didn't know how bad it really was." Emma accepted the apologies but kept her distance. "Trust is earned," she said. Her mother never reached out again. Last she heard, she was living with Uncle Dave, still blaming Emma online. Still posting photos of Mason with captions like "stolen grandson." But Emma had stopped looking. She no longer needed their approval. Her life had moved forward, clean and quiet. Emma and Alex eventually had children of their own. They raised them with boundaries, love, and accountability, everything Emma never had. Mason continued to thrive, now visiting Emma and Alex as Aunt Em and Uncle Alex. He remembered her warm apartment, goldfish crackers, and the time she rocked him through the night. "You saved me," he once told her when he was older. Emma smiled and replied, "You saved me too." Years passed. The drama faded. Brian remarried. Mason made honor roll. Emma built a new career, rising to director level at work. She traveled again, this time with Alex and their kids. Life became ordinary, in the best way. Occasionally old memories crept in. But they no longer hurt. They reminded her of strength, survival, and the price of doing what's right. Emma kept the court documents and evidence in a box under her bed, not out of fear but as proof. She didn't imagine any of it. Emma didn't regret a single decision. That winter morning when she found Noah, Now Mason, crying on her doorstep, everything changed. She had the chance to look away, to pretend she didn't hear. But she opened the door. She made a choice. Not for Lisa. Not for her mom. But for the child who couldn't protect himself. That one act of courage saved a life, and gave Emma her own back in the process. Moral lesson. Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but protecting the vulnerable even at the cost of family ties, is a courage that changes lives. Remember to hit the like button, comment and subscribe to this channel for more.